So somewhere trying to do something barring that thing, especially this really happens in mythologies. Ki when you see a person as Lord Shri Ram or Shivji, no, like every other actor, I do have my dream roles that I would definitely like to play. But other than that, I am a very go with the flow kind of a person. I think that also works both ways, and it would obviously differ from territory to territory. Now coming from Odisha.
So Sambhabana, first of all, a warm welcome to GlitzVisionUSA, and
Thank
we
you.
hope you are doing good.
I am. I hope you are doing good.
We are definitely. Okay.
Glad.
So we'll start with the interview, and the first question is that you have received a lot of love for your character, for the show, which we are doing currently. Tell me, how has been your journey as Damini?
Well, initially, honestly, when they offered me the job, I was very scared. I even told the channel, my producers, my director, that I'm not the right fit because I had never auditioned for a negative character so far. So I was definitely underconfident, and I hail from Odisha, and my parents are also in the showbiz, and my mother is literally considered to be the epitome of negative characters back home. So that comparison and everything would have, somewhere affected me. So I was scared, yes. But then the channel, because I've already worked with Z, very kind people, and my director, Mr. Pratiksha, he was hell bent on trying to motivate me, ki nahi tu kar legi, don't worry, I'll teach you and all and everything. And literally that man has made me do all the body gestures and the nuances of it. Ki ye line you can take like this, and then you can look into the camera, and all these postures and changes in your body will make it look more evilish. And so I always say that Damini is Damini because of that one man, because he's literally taught me everything. So I wouldn't say the journey was easy, but I did learn a lot. I'm still learning, and I think I love playing Damini. Actually, now I think I've learned the trick, and every new hurdle feels very exciting. So yeah.
Right. As you rightly mentioned, that somewhere down, stereotyping is very easy, be it television, be it film, in any industry.
Right.
Since your parents also belong to, acting, and your mother has already been stereotyped. As an actor, what do you think? What is the main reason? Because it's not just television, it's even in films, if you do a certain type of character. What do you think? What is
I think psychologically, when we see a particular person essaying a particular character, and if we like that person, then we kind of orient the character and the faces together. So somewhere trying to do something barring that thing, especially this really happens in mythologies. Ki when you see a person as Lord Shri Ram or Shivji, you kind of, like, the audience, the general public would literally think that, or imagine them as, okay, this is what my God looks like. So then they kind of typecast them, and they really feel that they don't fit into any other characters, which I honestly think, as an actor especially, that it's wrong, because technically our job is to jump from one person to another and characterize everybody, and be different and play different. That's our job. So if you're typecasting us, you're somewhere shunning our possibilities. So that's definitely a no-no from me. But then I completely also understand the viewpoint of the audience and people who do not understand how acting or the industry works. So it's two ways.
So can we just assume that maybe once the show is over, will you just wait, because if negative roles, just keep pouring in, will you just wait for the right character or what?
No, like every other actor, I do have my dream roles that I would definitely like to play. But other than that, I am a very go with the flow kind of a person. So if I am offered a nice negative shaded character in my next project and the project looks promising, I would definitely take it up. Like, I don't typecast things in my brain. I would take up anything that's there on my way, but obviously with my terms and conditions and what I expect of it.
Right, right. The fact that your parents, they were already working, as an actor in the creative space, has it helped you, or sometimes it has, made it difficult for you at some point, at some phases?
I think that also works both ways, and it would obviously differ from territory to territory. Now, coming from Odisha, I was a star kid. My father's a director, my mom's an actor. So you can call me a Nepo kid if that's what you're trying to call me back home. So my first movie was literally served to me on a platter. I didn't even want to do it because I have been very much oriented towards my academics. So I still did it, कि चलो देख लेते हैं, कर लेते हैं types, and it somehow worked. So back home things are very easy, but also what star kids need to face on a constant basis is comparison. Like for example, a very Abhishek Bachchan and Amitabh Bachchan ji comparison. He's a legend, the father, and Abhishek Bachchan is a tremendous actor. Like, we've seen him in so many movies playing so many different shades and nailing them all, but still there is a constant comparison of the father and the son, saying that Abhishek could not make that mark or cross that mark. But you do have to realize that the Amitabh Bachchan mark is superhuman. It is just not normal that you and I and everybody can achieve. So it is difficult for any child to reach there, not only his own son. Had he been a bad actor, I would have understood, but we all know that he's good. So yeah, these comparisons become a big hurdle in your way. But yes, the access really becomes easy because you know all the producers, you know the directors, you know the entire industry and the industry gimmicks and the games and how the competition works. Are there games? Are people trying to play with you? Are you trying to play with people? So definitely that. Whereas for other people who don't belong to the industry, the entry to the industry is definitely a very difficult process. But once you've made your mark, I think these days even the audience has become smarter, especially of web and movies. If they see talent in you, they will appreciate you, and thanks to social media that has also increased tenfold. So yeah, both have their own pros and cons, I think.
Actors who generally do negative characters, one thing which is very common is they have to face a lot of trolling and negative criticism. If you have ever faced, how are you now? I'm sure जब initially हुआ रहेगा आपका reaction कुछ अलग होगा, and now it is different. So
no, I think somewhere like the previous question, because I was kind of born in the industry, no matter where geographically it is situated. But the film industry works on a very similar pattern everywhere, I believe. So technically, being born in the industry and all the industry discussions are what used to happen when on our dining tables, my parents discussing, me listening, learning and stuff like that. So somewhere I know that this is a part and parcel of the profession that we've chosen. I wouldn't say that it doesn't affect me emotionally. Like, I know if somebody is bad mouthing me or demeaning me on social media, as a person, as a human, I do feel a little negative about it, like this was unnecessary. That's not how you are supposed to talk to people. Something on those lines. I definitely do not get offended by it a lot because, again, I understand people. There are a lot of keyboard warriors who the entire day, the entire jobs that they have is to go to different social media accounts and troll them, and that's how people pass their time. I mean, I'm sorry for you all if you're watching this, that's not right, but I understand that there's an issue. You should address the issue, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, I am somewhere, I wouldn't say that I'm used to it, but I understand the functioning of it, so I do not let it affect me negatively. I try my best not to.
Right. okay, coming back to your show, I was there when the first episode was shown to the media and
Oh, okay.
to all the actors, and I clearly remember, whether it was you or Neeharika, and you people were happy, nervous, excited. Now tell me something. If I talk about Shabir, okay,
Right.
how much has the chemistry as co-actors has it been evolved? I'm sure पहला दिन बहुत ही अलग होगा, आज बहुत अलग होगा. So how much has that chemistry as co-stars been evolved?
Yeah, so there's a very funny story behind it. My first day with Shabir sir on set, where we are doing a very emotional scene where I'm talking about his ex-wife's death and I'm playing his fiancée and how we are going to get married and start a new life together. Where where the makers were trying to portray the Mohan Damini bond and the fact that they are childhood sweethearts. So I had to hold his hand and I had to hold his face, and I had just met the man like 10 minutes back, and I know his aura, I can see his personality, I've heard stories about him, all good ones, but then still he's a superstar. I mean, he's the biggest star in TV industry right now. And I was scared, I was nervous, I was jittery, I was having mini panic attacks, and I just couldn't get it right. So literally whilst we were rehearsing for the scene, there was a shot where I walked towards Shabir sir and hold his face like this and just say one really sweet line, I don't remember the line. I was just holding him and shivering like that. Like just shivering, my director's right there and they just don't know what to do about it. And Shabir sir, being Shabir sir, the sweetheart that he is, on my behalf, he talks to the director saying, "Sir, 5 minutes de do." Then he takes my hand, makes me sit on the couch, and he's like, "Hey, don't you worry, it's okay, I understand. It's our first time together. हम साथ में कर लेंगे. Like, we will walk out of it together, we'll nail this scene." The fact, the impact that the word hum, we had on me, कि okay, I know where that man stands, but look at him, he kind of, in very crude words, decided to stoop to my level to make me feel comfortable. And he really told me that we are in this together. That was huge for me. Like, my respect level for that man went from here to there, and now that I've known him for almost 1.5 years, he's an amazing guy. Like, I am sure why in award functions when I see other people that he's worked with really cry happy tears for him, now I understand the emotions behind it. I don't think you can ever get a better co-actor than him. So yeah, he's made us all very comfortable, and I'm not only me, all my co-actors believe that Shabir Ahluwalia is the reason that all us actors stand like this.
Right,
Yeah.
so true. Okay, apart from Shabir, tell me also something, how's it working with Neeharika? I'll especially ask Neeharika because social media fandoms, of course, they make you like, they're
Right,
enemies, okay?
right.
So now you take
Arch nemesis.
Yeah. How's it working with Neeharika?
Amazing. She's a very sweet child. I call her a child because, yeah, we have quite a good age difference, and she's like a baby sister to me. And she is like a baby. She is innocent. She's pure-hearted, and the fact that we both are Bengalis, we do get to do a lot of gossiping and chit-chats in Bangla in front of other people, and they don't get it, and it's really fun. It's not that we badmouth or demean people, but it's fun that way, that you can have, Chinese whispery secret conversations with people like that. And otherwise also chemistry-wise, she's a very good actor, she's a very nice person, so the rapport was there right from day 1 or day 2, and we started working together. And the fact that we have so many scenes together, and we are hitting each other, getting into physical fights and trifles like that. So I think actors have to be emotionally and physically both very comfortable with each other to carry out scenes like that. Like, if I'm not talking to you or if I'm not comfortable with your energy, I won't be able to perform to the T. So I think that jugal bandi we've set up, and our scenes just go like that. Because I know where she's going to take a pause and how I will react to it, and she knows what I'm going to do next. So that rapport has been set, which is a blessing. I think that shows on screen is why people don't want us to be together off screen also at times.
Okay, last two questions.
Yeah.
When the show initially promos nikle the and we all got to know, the very strong fandom of Kumkum Bhagya,
Yeah.
because of course they were missing Shabir and Shriti's on-screen pairing. So a lot of people were skeptical कि ये show क्या चल पाएगा, because people has this habit of saying, you know, Shabir and Shriti. But it worked well. The fact that you know it is near them somewhere
I
1.5 year.
Yes.
What do you think would actually work? Do you think कि Neeharika and Shabir की on-screen chemistry कहीं work कर गए? Do you think the whole story eventually it worked? What do you think? Why it worked?
I think there is a lot of things. I would definitely talk facts when, because it is a Shabir Ahluwalia show, and because people know him and he's been the face of Z for the last 8+ years, I believe. So with TV, because people are used to seeing you like opening the TV at 7 or 8 p.m. and you know that this guy is going to come or this girl is going to come, and I'm connected to that person as an audience. So I think that has really helped, firstly and foremostly, and then the story. Because we have a friendly ghost, there's a child, and there's a lot of emotional drama happening, and there are a lot of layers to every character. No single character in the show is entirely pure and positive to the T. Not in the ghost, not even Radha. Except for superhuman strength that Radha has, like I haven't been able to kill her somehow. I mean Damini. So except for that, I think every character is very human. Everybody is flawed in a way, and that I think audiences really connect with. And the direction, the storyline, the camera work, the entire creative unit, I think everything has worked out really well for us. It is also our Shabir sir and Neeharika chemistry, or even Kirti and Shabir sir chemistry with the dead wife, and Tulsi and Mohan chemistry. Even their flashbacks and everything are so sweet, and I think people somewhere really love the father and the daughter bond. The Mohan Gungun bond has really helped the show as well. So I think it's an amalgamation of a lot of right things happening in the right time. So yeah, I would owe it to that.
Okay, the last question, people definitely are very excited for whatever track is coming on. Whatever is possible for you to reveal, what can people expect from the upcoming track? क्या होने वाला है, if you can give some glimpses?
So basically we've already shot for a promo that is already on air, where Damini is throwing some photos and letters in front of Mohan while Mohan is about to just go and propose to Radha and finally confess that he loves her. And it is revealed that Damini has said that it was Radha in her younger days who had planned and plotted to kill Tulsi, and this was her game all along, and the family is also involved. So because you're a rich man and she comes from a very poor family, this is what her agenda was. And then Radha is jailed. That's what we've been shooting for now. And how Radha gets out of it, will Radha get out of it, because
Is this true or not?
Is this true or not in the first place, and will Gungun understand, because she's a child and it's about her own mother's death, and it's a very sensitive issue. So again, there are a lot of layers, so there's a lot of drama coming up. I think the main thing is going to be whether or not Mohan supports her, because Mohan is very touchy and sensitive about Tulsi's death too. So I as a part of the show really want to know how these two characters turn out to be, given that this drama is happening. So yeah, that's all I can reveal till now.
Segment. It was a lovely interview. Anything you want to say to your fans, to your viewers?
I always begin with a thank you, because as actors, we are nothing without our audiences, no matter how good or bad projects we do. But the fact that you people shower us with so much love and support, and you support our content by watching it, and it's a thank you not only from my side but my entire cast and crew, because without your support and love, we wouldn't have reached wherever we've reached in our lives. So that, and please keep watching the show, and we really try and work hard to entertain you all, and I'm sure there are ups and downs in every project that happen, but still being faithful audiences, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Sambhabana and you're watching me on GlitzVisionUSA.